passed out or something.
I highly doubt that. Well, actually, no, he could be passed out. Who knows? But anyways, to the people watching this stream, and right now it looks like it's just Ben, if he's still there. Hi, Ben. Welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Unfortunately, our voice actor for the main dude here is MIA. He hasn't answered my text or my phone call, and so who knows? Oh, hey, Abby, thanks for subscribing. I finally have 2 emotes to join them. So yeah, we're just gonna pick up where we left off, and I'm pretty sure this is considered part 3. I don't remember. Alright. Stay in the alleyway with Waltz, Durian, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in shadow as we watch the sea of people moving towards the plaza. Okay. Garland is scouting around the plaza for the knight's possessions, and we have been waiting here for him. There's so many people.
Why does that look so fat? What?
She was wearing a cloak!
That coat looks so fat!
It's a cloak!
Anyway.
Okay. Okay, this is where we split up. Remember that we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is the better option. I'm not a fool. I wouldn't pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. Should anything go wrong, we need you to retreat, princess. I understand, or should I would not leave you all behind?
This doesn't have anything to do with Waltz, though.
I don't even remember what it is that we're at, to be honest. It's been too long. Too much has happened.
Let's see.
I would pick I would not leave you all behind, but
yeah.
That's definitely what Lucette would say.
Yeah, I'm like split between the two. Also, I just
because
noticed
she's stubborn.
I also noticed this store is called Barcode.
Me?
I think we should just go with that one.
I mean, that's exactly what she would say.
Probably, yeah. I would not leave you all behind. Who wants to be Waltz while Willie's gone?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Oh, it's the older one. Okay.
Yeah, we broke his curse already.
Damn, that was quick. Of course he shows up afterwards. What did Willie do for... He did like a lighter voice, if I remember correctly.
If he was, when he was a kid, yeah.
Okay. I can probably do something like that. Lucette, this is no time to be stubborn.
This isn't about stubbornness. This is just all that I've ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect and I will not let them down.
I called that so perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Running away isn't always cowardice.
That may be, but sometimes there are situations you need to face head on, and this is one of those situations. Please understand, Waltz. Hey, right answer.
I just don't want you to get hurt, Lucette.
I know. I look at Waltz, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Garland saluted ears with a stiff frown. Hey.
Look who I found.
I turn to look at Garland and then notice the man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him.
Oh my fucking god, they're all here. What is this?
God damn it, Willie! I vote that Abby be Fritz.
Oh my god, yes, do it!
Alright.
Let me enjoy my cookie.
Fritz? Garland pushes him and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees only a few inches away from me.
You're okay. I hate my life. Thank goodness you're alright, princess.
I'll do it if you want.
I twitch at the side of his face. I got it. There is no sign of the wicked smile that was once on his face when he was under the guise of Varg.
Here, I'll meet you in the middle. If he turns into Varg, I'll take him.
Yeah.
Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seems genuine. Are you truly Fritz, or are you Varg? Or both?
I'm the Fritz you've always known, princess. You're a loyal knight.
I raise an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago when the mask fell from his face in the room with the Tenenbaum. In that moment, I saw Fritz's face, no matter what Varg said. Varg was in league with Alcastor and Mithros. The man I saw then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches.
I've been searching for you.
Why? So you can take me back to Mithros? Or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides.
I will not surrender you to Sir Mithros. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom, and to you. I could never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father. I would have stopped him if I knew.
Fritz glances up at me slowly, his expression resolute.
I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucius Barrett yesterday.
Fritz glares, not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant.
That was when I was able to take control of my body again, just a few days ago. I had been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seemed to be in league with the Lucius Bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible, because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varg at bay.
At bay? Fritz, explain.
About Varg?
No, about this audience. Princess, this could all be some elaborate ruse of his. I have the responsibility to hear him out. What do you want from Parfait?
I have important information about Hildur.
No, Hilder's a thing already.
Oh yeah, you missed like the last session, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't here last
Yeah.
time. I swear I watched it, though. Maybe
Huh.
I didn't watch it.
Maybe
It's very possible.
Maybe, and I think I split up into 2 or 3 parts. But yeah, no, we broke Waltz's curse, and then her mom came back. And then, obviously, Fritz's mask fell off, and that's when she realized he and Varg are the same person.
Expedited in this one, didn't I?
Yeah, and that's the... Yeah, basically everything that happens at the end of all the others happened in whatever chapter the last section was. Mother?
Oh, shit. Alright. One sec.
I'll be
Lady
Karma.
Go for it. Lady Parfait did say that her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Hildur.
And you believe their meeting was with this man? Karma turns to Fritz, clearly skeptical. It seems like it could be a coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hesitantly.
I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now, I'm doing my best to right my wrongs, while I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hildur is growing weaker.
What?
I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War.
Then she is now sick like Parfait, only Mother seems to have it worse than her.
I overheard Mithros say that the crystal no longer recognizes her as its sole bearer.
Parfait says something similar, but she says she could no longer feel a mother's connection with the Tenenbaum. exactly what Fritz just said.
It seems that the crystal has seen both of you as bearers. It's stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Hildur hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak.
Waltz stares at Fritz, wide-eyed.
The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hildur still refuses to show herself in public?
Yes, the witches who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mithros figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Hildur is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There's been a rift between him and Mithras because of this.
Waltz crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful.
I'm surprised Hildur hasn't disposed of Alcaster yet. If he's still alive, it means that he must still play an important role in her plans.
Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim as he frowns down at the ground.
You're right.
Waltz and I exchange a look before we turn back to Fritz.
Mithros plans to kill my father today.
Fritz's eyes are distant, his mouth pulled into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he just told me.
Hildur will show herself to the public today.
Yeah.
She and Mithras plan to kill Father in front of an audience and hope that their fear and despair will fuel the Tenenbaum. They think fueling the Tenenbaum might make Hildur stronger.
They plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends. Also, why do you have a little mute symbol down there?
I have a little mute symbol somewhere?
Yeah, on your screen.
The fuck? Where?
I can see it. You might want to make sure you're not muted. Hang on.
I am not muted.
Hang on.
I am not muted. Oh, yep, I can hear me. Okay.
I heard you now, yeah. I don't know. There's just a little mute symbol.
Like on the stream or like in the Discord?
On the stream on Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. I clicked on it and I don't see it. Weird.
I think that's so that we don't get back from her streaming.
Maybe.
I think it's already muted.
Yeah.
I never noticed it before, so.
Yeah, I don't see it, which is odd. But, who knows? Alright.
Either way, apologies.
We're all good. Alright. This is not good. With this many people here, the Tenenbaum might indeed see that surge of power again.
Even a weakened Hildur will be difficult to fight, but we stand more of a chance against her now than we do if she fuels the Tenenbaum with negativity.
Please save the kingdom, princess.
Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. Oh, I got a hydrate thing. Time to drink some water. For once, I don't have my giant, 1-gallon bottle with me. I just have, a normal bottle. I'm confused. You betrayed us, but then you're still helping us as well. Which side are you on?
The only reason why I'm working for them in the first place is because of my curse. I swear it.
Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble and suddenly he's down on the ground again, his hand clutched to his chest. Fritz?
Oh boy.
Oh no, here we go.
No, not yet.
Well, time to fill my end of the bargain.
Fritz looks at me, his pale face covered in sweat. I can't wait to hear what your Varg voice is gonna be.
I have no idea how long I can suffocate Varg, so please, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to keep me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore.
Poor Fritz. Fritz keels over, his forehead touching the ground.
Please.
Waltz.
No. And knife to the back of the head. Problem solved.
Poof. Oh yeah, he has all his powers back. Walt snaps his fingers and a robe of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz, even as he cocks his head to look at me.
Thank you. You don't have much time left. I plan to deliver my message to the Lucius Bearer, but I leave it in your capable hands instead.
Fritz, I am sorry.
I will do anything to protect my charge. Now go!
Jurian nods at me. Don't worry, Garland and I will keep an eye on him. Garland quickly informs us of the knights' positions around the plaza and gives us clues about where they might hide to avoid their prying eyes. After he finished his briefing, Waltz, Karma, and I hurry off. Father, please watch over us today.
It's the weirdest thing. The guards literally just walk in this square over and over again.
Shit.
They don't even check that corner.
Yeah, I don't pay much mind. Also, I can't remember. Did her dad, the Abby, do you remember if her dad died? I don't remember what happened to her dad.
Sounds like he did.
I don't. Oh,
I think he did.
Know. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Damn.
Ah! I should have recapped. I feel like he did.
This ending's a mess.
Well, hey, if he's the only one that dies, it's a better ending than it was for Fritz's line, even though Fritz
They are
was my
literally
favorite.
about to go confront Hildur in public. You really think he's the only one that's gonna die?
I'm pretty sure, because this is the canon ending. People aren't allowed to die as many did in Fritz's storyline, even though he's one of my favorites. But
I will bet you money we get to listen to Abby voice act Hildur slaughtering half of the party.
I'm pretty sure Delora still lives. And what's her face? Not what's her face. What's his face? Garland. There's so many people here. They have no idea that this seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I've been fiddling with my fingers since we got here, my nerves slowly taking over me. There's so many knights. I pull down the hood of my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Walt suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips.
Oh, jeez. Hi.
You always freak out when I zoom in. Walt looks at me with a gentle smile.
Don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the people's safety, as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to them.
You're not the only one responsible for protecting everyone here. Remember that I'll always share your burden, Lucette.
I feel like we should say I know.
Why are there 3 options? That's not fair.
Like, I feel like ellipses is wrong, but I think I know is right. But
I'd
she sounds
say, yeah,
like, but it sounds like she would say the top one, even though I'm still leaning towards the bottom.
She is stubborn, but yeah, I know feels. Yeah, that's the one I would probably say.
Which one? The
I
bottom.
know.
Okay.
I know is the one I kind of want to go with. The only argument is that the burden one does sound more like her, but you know.
Abby, you said you were leaning towards this one?
Yeah, that's the one, like, me personally wants to say.
Let's just go. I know. I look at him and smile. Thank you. Hey, it was the right one.
Hey! I've told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Lucette.
I feel the same way. Waltz
You
wraps
do
his
anything
arms.
for yourself? Rude? Selfish?
Waltz wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. Waltz? Waltz takes my hand and plants a kiss on my fingers.
But he was holding... Wait, what?
He was, but now he's like moving.
You worry too much, princess.
How I wish I could share your optimism and his casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people at so dire a time? The king is here.
Well, that answers our question.
A woman announces the king's presence, and Waltz and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his sides, expression suddenly stoic. Oh yeah, he reveals the trap door. This is the only time we know that there's a trap door in the throne room. Now I'm slowly starting to remember.
There's a trap door in the throne? What?
Yeah, so she and her dad are stuck in the throne room. They kind of like rebond and connect, and it was really fucking sweet. And then he was like, yeah, go ahead and rest, I'll take watch. And she like learns how much of a badass her dad is. And so when she wakes up, apparently he like had slipped a knife in his boot, and he cuts himself free and it cuts her free. And he throws back the rug, and she sees a trap door, and she was like, what? And he's like, yeah, only I know this is here. And so he unlocks it, and a staircase appears, and they go down it and escape. Or at least Lucette escapes. I don't remember if he goes with her, but yeah.
He knows about it, and that one lazy servant that never picks up the dust she sweeps. She knows about it, but she's not dumb enough to say anything.
Yeah.
They must never know. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, we're doing this. Okay. Good day, my loyal subjects.
Hey,
Apparently he's king.
Good Alacaster voice. Alright, everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice.
I know that much has happened in our kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away.
Oh, he did die.
Super debated Sean Connery, but I'm not that mean to Twitch.
Okay, so I guess he died in the in the tunnels.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Alright.
We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter.
That's a lie. Pretty sure it was Hildur. I don't remember.
Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. What a dick!
Members of the crowd began to chatter amongst each other. It hurts that people believe him, but I cannot say I blame them.
As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure the kingdom flourishes under my rule. At least until you get blown the fuck up. Oh, here we go! Take it away!
My, what a sight. Even after all these years, you humans never change.
That voice.
Crap.
I frantically look around for her, but though her voice echoes around us, she's nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes.
You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents. And yet you call us witches the wicked ones.
She's not wrong.
Boop. A bright light fades into existence.
What was that?
I don't know, but like I didn't hear Abby, and then I hear someone keyboard. I think it's her, and then my Discord like reloaded. And now Abby's all green.
Hi.
There we go. Oh, so yours and mine froze. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, mine was super.
Yeah, it all crapped out, I think. Yeah, because Twitch did the same thing. I have it pulled up.
Damn. Alright then. Alright. Here we go.
We good? Okay. Silence.
Friggin' Twitch.
One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move, their eyes now glued to the witch in front of them. Alacaster moves more quickly than I expected, drawing his sword from its sheath and pointing it at her neck.
That's adorable. You! What are you doing here?
You should be thankful that I let you play king for so long. But I'm afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me.
My mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms in a gesture of grandness.
Angel, your queen is back.
Mother is even paler than that when I last saw her, making the dark circle stand out more beneath her eyes. She looks worse than Parfait.
I won't let you steal my crown, witch. Good luck.
Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place.
Oops.
$5 says she can still solo him.
Yeah. Like with a flick of her hand, if even. Alacaster grits his teeth and charges toward Mother. Mithras deftly steps in front of her and casts a shield. Alacaster slams his sword into an invisible wall. Then, with a wave of Mithras' hand, Alacaster is suddenly thrown back. Once again, the crowd becomes restless.
I've tolerated you for far too long, human. But right now, you why is my brain okay? You are inconsequential.
It's okay, she's sick. You can get away with it.
Sparkling icicle darts appear in midair as Mother raises her hand. They point outward, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. Oh dear.
Oh shit.
She used a spell before, but now there's even more of them. And I think it's that spell she killed the king with. She looks weak, yet she can still manage that much.
She can easily destroy this part of town with that spell.
I stare at Waltz, eyes wide, then lower my voice to a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning on killing Alacaster.
Wait, what? Don't kick me out of the street.
Oh no.
I'm out too.
Okay, I think we're good. Seems like the plans have changed.
Farewell, my disloyal subjects.
That'd be a
I cannot let her do this.
we set.
I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of town, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier.
She knows magic?
A strong
Okay.
gust of wind causes my hood to come off. Yeah, I think her birthday's passed, so her spell just automatically broke.
Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
I definitely at least missed one part of the last section, because yeah, that's new.
Yeah, so that's how the crystal is spreading between her and her mom, because her 18th
Gotcha.
birthday has already passed.
Damn. Oh crap.
Oh, that's a cool illustration.
Good timing on that gust of wind, bro.
I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Yeah, the wind was a paid actor.
This is the princess?
Witch!
I do my best to shout out everyone's voices as I push all of my energy toward the palms of my hands, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. As soon as I have cast a massive shield, the icicles shatter upon the impact, fading away. I wince at the impact, but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. I will not let you hurt I will not let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother. The crowd begins to murmur all around us.
So you finally showed up, little one.
Creepy ass smile.
It's good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew I'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this.
She did this to draw me out?
Now, be a good girl and hand over what is rightfully mine.
You won't get away with this, witch. Didn't you already say that?
He just has to repeat himself to make sure he still looks somewhat intimidating.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell by the look on her face. She definitely looks intimidated and not tired of his shit.
That is definitely the face of a woman cowering in fear. I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
she's terrified.
about.
She is shaking in her purple little shawl. That's probably about to be stained red.
Alcaster is once again back on his feet, his sword poised and ready to strike. He cannot defeat Mother with a mere sword. Mother looks at Alcaster. A wide grin slowly parts her lips.
But I already have.
Mother flicks her hand and the silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize that spell. As much as I hate Alcaster for what he's done to the kingdom, I cannot stand idly by as she summons the spell to kill him. I push myself forward, rushing towards Alcaster. Alcaster, run! But I'm too late. A second later, a sword of light appears and impales Alcaster right through his chest. No! This time, the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost at the edges of the plaza before Mother casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. A strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. This is...
That's right. Feed me your fear.
People's negative energy is fueling the Tenebrum. My eyes shift towards Mother, whose grin is deranged, inhumanly wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Mother, stop this madness.
Choo, choo, choo.
In my moment of hesitation, Waltz rushes forward to cast a spell. Purple spikes run towards Mother, but she does nothing to stop them. Mithras effortlessly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Waltz's spell sends him stumbling backwards. I hear his shield crack. Mithras tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Waltz's spell. Eventually, the glass shatters and the spikes force their way through. One of them impales Mithras through the chest. Well, it's about time that booger died.
Blood sound effect dot MP4.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we need a Mithra. Well, you know what? For a death thing, why not? Sure.
Mother glances at Waltz, her lips pulled into a pleased smile. Just watch him make a big speech before he dies.
Jesus. Christ.
Impressive. You can still use your magic even after having been separated from it for so long. I expected no less from my superior apprentice.
Oh man, she is dissing Mithras as he's like dying at her feet. What the hell?
What thing to bleed out to? Your obsession / teacher just like literally calling you trash.
Mother turns to Mithras and raises her eyebrows slowly.
You are still a disappointment, Myth.
Motherfucker brought you back, and this is what you say?
My queen.
Those are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking.
Ha, joke's on you, only 2 words.
Father!
Fritz's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes towards Alcaster, who's managed to walk a good distance away from Mother before he collapses to the ground. Soon, Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcaster's bloody body. Julian and Garland are right behind him. I'm about to walk over to them, but Karma holds my arm and pulls me back. Don't. But... you do not want to set your eyes on such a grisly sight up close, Princess. Mother watches Fritz and the 2 knights approach with disinterest.
This is his fate, for trying to steal what is rightfully mine.
Alcaster brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I see blood on his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, but I will the memory away as Mother returns her gaze to me. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds out her hand and beckons me over.
Join me, Lucette. We were meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they've done to our kind.
I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you.
What? Ungrateful brat. This is how you repay me after everything I've done for you?
You've done nothing for me.
3 of your friends are in light sword range.
Yeah.
Very well. If you wish for death, I shall give it to you.
Ah, another line where she tries to kill her own daughter.
Once I'm done with you, I will destroy this kingdom and start anew. It'll be a kingdom for the witches and I.
I will not let you do that. Mother is taken by surprise when another purple spike suddenly pushes through the ground towards her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from her newly opened gash. Oh
Waltz!
no. Alright, I thought I was doing the thing again.
I'll have to get through me first.
You can't stop me, traitor.
Mother extends her
Honestly,
hands.
you probably can't.
Yeah. Mother extends her hands, and in mere moments, lightning has suddenly appeared and is winding its way up Waltz's body. Oh dear. No! Do we attack or run to Waltz? I think we attack.
Does she protect or does she attack?
Because, like, if she runs to Waltz, that makes it easier for her to kill them both. Is my thinking. Or she could, like, be using that to bait her in. So
the attack could end up just forcing her to defend, which would stop her Palpatine attack over here.
That's what I'm thinking.
This is some crazy shit.
I'm gonna lean towards that.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. I act on impulse. I know the spell I have been taught will not even graze her, but I do not consider the consequences as I raise my hand to cast a spell. Power slowly begins to trickle through my veins into my palms as I approach the platform. Let him go.
Set, don't!
My heart is in my throat as I draw closer to where they are. Let him go. I will do anything, just let him go.
Anything?
How is the attack?
She could be using that to, like, lower her guard. Because that's what I would do. Mother's voice is terrible and sweet, her tone filled with poison. I cannot bring myself to look at her. Instead, I keep my eyes firmly focused on Waltz. When Waltz speaks my name, it's the soft voice that I've come to love so dearly.
Oh, sorry. Lucette. Wasn't loud enough.
If you wish so much to save him, then you must return what you have taken from me. The Crystalm Ternambarum. And then you will become my sweet, obedient daughter once more. Only then will I let Waltz go.
Waltz's eyes begin to dim, and I can see the hope draining out of him. Sorry, Waltz, but I can't lose you too.
You know where to find me, Lucette. The longer you keep me waiting, the longer he suffers.
I swear, she like apparates with him right now. And she does it. Okay.
And teleport.
There's a blinding flashlight, and then Mother and Waltz are both gone. No. A dull ache begins to spread through my chest. Again. Wasn't able to do anything again. Why am I so weak? Suddenly, I feel Jurian's hand on my shoulder. I turn to look at her. She stares at me solemnly for a few moments before her expression breaks and she shakes her head. Don't blame yourself for this. There's nothing you could have done. I have to save him. Jurian looks through me and I follow her gaze. The people are starting to back away, their expression a mixture of fear and anger. This is exactly like 4 years ago.
What should we do now? That witch just killed the new king.
Everyone, it's best for all of you to go home and stay where you'll be safe.
And what? Wait until that witch kills us? Yes.
One woman points an accusing finger at me. Her fear is palpable.
We go.
The murderer's a witch as well. She's exactly like her mother.
A wicked witch.
Oh, okay.
The people begin to curse me. I stand quietly and listen to their insults. I cannot blame them for thinking this way. Karma moves to stand beside Jurian, and the two of them shield me from the angry masses. I doubt any of these people listen to anything I have to say.
Never mind the fact that you all, just dodged being impaled by ice. It's fine.
Thanks to
Stop!
her.
Yeah.
A familiar man walks towards us with a gentle smile. Who is it? You are...
This guy.
Oh, him! That was this
Oh,
story.
hey! Yes, you remember me. You helped make my daughter happy on her special day with your gift.
I'm surprised both he and his wife have come to stand beside me. What are you doing?
I can finally properly repay you for what you've done.
The man smiles at me before turning his attention to the crowd.
We won't let you hurt the princess. Rumors may have spread about her being a cold and wicked person, but those rumors are false. I know the truth. She's truly a kind person. She just protected us from the evil queen. Have you no shame?
The angry shouting
Seriously,
begins...
I don't have eyes and I saw that.
He could smell it. The angry shouting begins to fade into hushed accusations and aggressive whispering.
That's right!
Oh, it's the kid she played hide and seek with! Ah!
They look like Lollipop.
Oh my god. Well, at least the girl does. Alright. We won't let you hurt Big Sister! Those are the children that Waltz and I played with, the ones that watched his shows. The children stand by my other side. Big Sister is a very good person and we won't let you hurt her. I stare back in shock at everyone around me. My vision blurs as tears come to my eyes. I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. Everyone. A simple act of kindness can go a long way, can't it? These people believe in me. This is why I have to live up to their hopes. I take a deep breath and start walking forward. Jurian grabs my hand, her brow creasing with worry, but I shake my head at her and smile. I'll be okay. Jurian looks at me for a few moments before she finally releases me. Now that I'm directly in front of everyone, the area is quieted. I close my eyes and take another deep breath. Slowly, I get down on one knee before them. I am sorry. The crowd begins to murmur again. I can hear more than a few stifled gasps. Princess, you shouldn't... I raise my hand to silence Jurian. I once again look to the townspeople. I know my words are meaningless, but I still want to apologize for everything my mother has done, and also to the people I have hurt. I was blind and naive, ignoring the fear and anxiety of so many people. But I have grown since then, and now I see with clear eyes that the hatred you have for my mother and for me. The crowd remains silent, so I continue. King Gennaro was killed by my mother, and I was not strong enough to save him. So yes, you are correct. I am the reason he is dead now. But I made a promise to him, and I intend to keep it. I will protect Angiel in his stead, and I hope that all of you will give me a chance to prove myself worthy as your princess and your future queen. I promise I'll make things right again, no matter what it takes. At least I think I can. I bow my head once again before standing. I turn to Jurian and Karma. I notice that Fritz and Garland are absent, and that Alcaster is nowhere to be seen. Where are Garland and Fritz? We took Alcaster's body away from all of this. Body, you mean... He has passed. Heaviness begins to sink into my chest. Bloodshed will only beget more bloodshed. This is why I cannot let anyone die anymore.
Please do your best, big sister.
I'm pulled out my reverie by the voice of one of the little boys. You got this one, Abby?
Yeah. Let's play together again when you come back.
God, that's adorable.
I stare at their smiling faces with bleary eyes. I don't even know if I'll live through this, but I do not have the heart to ruin their optimism. I'd like that. I need to keep them hoping for the better tomorrow, so they will be strong enough to stand on their own feet if they must face the whole world. Jurian, the DeLorean Parfait... Tell the DeLorean Parfait what happens when they come back from the march-in. What are you planning to do? Under no circumstance are you to go to that witch alone. Am I clear? Waltz does not want you to sacrifice yourself for him. I step back and smile at her and Karma. I apologize for this. I back away towards the palace, putting as much distance as I can between me and the crowd, the platform, and Karma and Jurian. As swiftly as I can, I hold up my hand to cast a large dome-shaped shield around the palace and I...
Shit!
The energy is falling away from me even as I cast the spell, only to be replaced by new energy. Timbarum is gaining power.
Did she literally... Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Jurian rushes towards the shield, places her hands on it. She calls my name, but I only shake my head at her. Princess Lucette, do not be so foolish. No, I refuse to let anyone die. I can manage the shield for an hour. There should be enough time to save Waltz and end this for good. I offer one last smile before I turn and rush towards the palace gates. Jurian and Karma continue to call my name, but to no avail. I'm so sorry, everyone. But this is something that I must do on my own. It's the only way I can protect you all.
Is this a, like, are we at an ending point?
Oh! Yeah, we're on the second to last chapter, and Willie's not here! Ugh! Alright, I'm gonna text him again really quick.
Yes, my feather hoard grows. Says he's on Facebook.
Yeah, and then when I checked, it was on PS5.
Keep PlayStation, I'm aware there's a frickin' holiday sale. Huh? Yeah, system's on, at least.
I don't know what he could be doing, and I even messaged him on Steam, too. I'll message him on PlayStation really quick. Oh crap, my app crashed. Well, that's loading. I expected resistance when I entered the palace, but to my surprise, there's no one here. Not a single soul. Alright, let's see. Well, messaged him on Facebook and PlayStation, so I guess we'll see what happens. Everyone must have evacuated when Mother appeared outside. The stagnant air around me is suffocating. The night air is quiet and cold as death. My footsteps are very loud in the emptiness of the palace. I give my powers to her voluntarily. Will I die? His thought has haunted me since I first entered the palace. All too soon the doors to the throne room are before me. I pause in front of them, suddenly feeling anxious. Father, I'm so sorry I cannot be the queen you wanted me to be. Waltz's life hangs in the balance. I must save him. I'm sorry for being selfish. I take a deep breath, and with renewed determination, push open the doors. Peter Pan and the Lost Girl. I feel like that's the good ending. The finale, and we finally get the good ending on the first try.
Yeah, well, you know, had to happen sooner or later.
Yeah. Well, guess Willie's missing it. First thing I see is Mother sitting upon Father's throne.
Hello, dearest one.
Mother. Somehow, she looks worse than earlier. My gaze is drawn to where Waltz is sitting at Mother's feet. His eyes widen as he notices me. A bright light surrounds his body like a rope, keeping him in place. Waltz! It looks as if he's trying to say something, but his mouth does not budge, as if his lips are sewn shut.
How's that?
What have you done to him?
Don't worry, Lucette. He is unharmed. But with these bindings, his magic is restricted. I just didn't want him to ruin our mother-daughter bonding time, so I sealed his lips.
Mother draws her hand through Waltz's hair. In a way that reminds me of a mother coddling her child. I clench my fist. Let him go. Mother's eyes flash. She could hurt him so easily if I anger her.
What foul magic did you use on him? Gorilla glue. Oh god.
The glow-in-the-dark edition.
You fiend!
I'm here now, so let him go.
I think I shall keep him where he is until your side of the arrangement is completed, dearest one.
I can only manage to glare at her.
Oh, my darling, don't look at me like that.
Do you want...
Don't you want... Don't you want things to be how they were? We were so happy when we were together.
I shake my head at her. That wasn't happiness. You kept me from happiness. When I finally did find happiness, you took it away. Having friends, being loved by Father. I could have had all those things if it weren't for you. And even now, you would take Waltz from me. Mother rests her chin on the palm of her hand, expression cold as ice.
This boy makes you happier than I do.
That's a good way to get him blown up.
You would choose him over me?
I could see her, like, making him kind of, like, just empty, like, the king in one of the other path lines, and just be like, well, here's your pet.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at Mother when I answer. Instead, I direct my attention to Waltz, who is shaking his head at me. My only apology to him is a silent frown.
Once again, that's a real brave thing to say when she has a hostage in light sword range.
Yes. It depends on how much she wants to keep Lucette, 'cause she might not risk actually doing that if it's gonna have her die betray her forever, especially when she hasn't given up her end of the bargain yet. I meet Mother's gaze at last. Tell me what I must do to save him. The silence in the throne room is deafening, but I am resolute. No matter what happens, Waltz must live. Mother raises a hand to her chest, and moments later, a silver crystal begins to form, floating above the palms of her hands. The crystal's light is dim, its surface clouded, but I know exactly what it is. The crystallum tenebrarum. It looks so much smaller than it was before. Mother walks towards me, a gentle smile on her face. Come. Oh, not me.
Darling. That's me. Raise your hand to the tenebrarum.
I falter for an instant. If you take my powers from me, will I die?
I will be very careful, Lucette. Since you are offering your powers willingly, no harm shall come to you.
Quote unquote, willingly.
Not from the crystal, right?
Mother smiles so sweet, her voice so reassuring.
What? Alright. Don't do this, Lucette.
How is he able to talk now? Well, it's your voice.
I had Gooby gone. Joke's on you, bitch. Anyway, if she takes away all your powers, you'll be nothing but an empty shell.
Mother slaps Waltz before he can say anything else. He falls to his side, his body incapable of movement. What's the name of that tape that the dude just slaps onto like a leaking pool of water? Maybe that's what she applied to his mouth this time.
Flex tape.
Yes!
I love these jokes. I love these jokes.
Waltz!
Well, I'm impressed that you managed to break that spell. I'm confident that you will not be able to break your bindings.
Mother lets out an exasperated
Look.
sigh.
My patience is running out, Lucette. If you don't give me what I want, I'll have to force it from you.
Then, quietly, she didn't notice that Waltz still had his kitty scissors that he uses to make his puppets.
I see Mother flick her hand to cast a spell. I'm about to move, but I'm too late. Her spell collides with my body. I expect to feel pain, but I'm surprised by the sudden lightness that overtakes me. Soon my eyes grow heavy and my knees buckle, causing me to fall to the floor. I feel as light as air.
Lucette!
I continue to lay there on the floor, unmoving as Mother strides towards me.
Don't worry, little one. Your nightmares will soon be over.
I like how she shot her and Lucette did nothing.
Her face is the last thing I see before I'm consumed by an endless darkness.
Starting to feel more and more like a bad ending.
Have you done as I commanded?
Yes.
Uh-oh. She's the puppet now.
I can't hear you, Waltz.
Yes, my queen.
This pettiness is unlike you, Waltz. I expected more. If you do not like working for me, you can simply say no. I would not force you to continue here against your will. You have served me well these past few months, after all.
I guess he just refuses to leave her side. Like,
So
Lucettes.
fucked up.
Yeah.
You know full well why I'm still here.
You are still so enraptured with my daughter. But I do not blame you. I think she is lovelier now than she has ever been before. She does not talk back. She does not rebel. And she does everything I tell her to. She is far more obedient this way. I prefer it. Don't you agree, Lisette?
Yes.
You made her like this. Of course you would think so.
Oh, but she isn't dead. Isn't that why you continue to stay here? Out of some desperate hope that you'll be able to break her out of this spell? Return her to the way she was? How foolish. I must assure you that there is no way to reverse this spell. If Lucette had been a good girl and done as she was told in the first place, she would not have to be like this. Indeed, because you interrupted the initial process, there was no way for me to be restored to power without taking Lucette's spirit. In a way, you made her into this waltz. She sacrificed herself for you. You have no one to blame but yourself.
I don't think this is the good ending anymore. Stop it.
Well, it's still too early. We'll see.
You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to hurt her. Don't you love her?
Deeply. As truly as any mother should love her daughter. It is a shame you cannot recognize that, Waltz. I have only acted for the benefit of all witches. One day you'll accept that. I know Lucette already has. Am I right, Lucette?
Yes. Mother.
Was not the good
That
ending.
was the bad ending? What?
That was definitely what? Also, hold on. Really? That was the bad ending. What was your first clue? The fact that Lucette was turned into a mindless doll?
Hey, I got an achievement. Never after ever. Never ever after. There we go. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe
That
at some
ending
point
was-
it eventually wears off, but I guess
Bruh,
not.
that ending was fucked.
Well, that's probably why I don't remember his bad ending, because it's so damn short. Alright,
That was so good.
I'm gonna throw up the be right back thing as we replay for the good ending to, one, give us a bathroom break, and two, give Willie another chance to come in before we do the real ending.
Gotcha. Also,
Yeah.
shout outs that that was awesome. Thank you again for more Hilder Abbey.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
That
like
was
her.
creepy
I
as
don't
shit.
like the character, but I like doing her lines.
Yeah.
That was creepy, and I loved every second of it.
I strive for
excited
creepy.
for the second game, which seems like what we'll be doing next week.
Put it this way, I appreciate a dark villain, and a woman that is literally completely okay with just mind fucking her daughter for something she didn't even do is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Literally didn't give a shit.
Nope.
Whew. All right, to the audience, we'll be back in about, I want to say 10-ish minutes, if not sooner. And,
Yeah, sounds good.
yeah, and meanwhile, I'm going to try calling Willie again.
Yep, BRB here too.
BRB.
Oh, where's my hook? Bruh, it's the finale of the stream. You are the star of the show, and you ain't here. We already did the bad ending. Taking a break right now, we do the good ending. And I decided I'd call you just to give you another chance to join before I go use the bathroom. So, yeah. I called you twice now, messaged you on Facebook a bunch of times, and PlayStation, and, tagged you in Discord. Please show up before it ends. Okay, bye.
Okay.
I am currently sending poking gifts to Willie just in case he notices.
Oh my god.
I'm here.
Hello.
Welcome back. Right.
I'm gonna give it one more minute.
I feel like chances are at this point he passed out or something.
Either that or he's just not in his room and didn't take his phone with him. Those are the only two things I can think of.
That's very possible. You never know.
Because I'm pretty sure if he was playing a game with people, he would have noticed, at least on PlayStation by now.
Didn't he respond first to saying that works?
Yes, he did! The only person who didn't respond was Dylan. He just sent me that gift, and then when I said what, he just left me questioning everything. Yeah, Dylan is still here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I'm like, Dylan, if you could not be a Yeti in the snowboard park eating skiers, that would be great.
I mean, I thought my message was pretty clear.
It was very unclear to everybody involved.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not eating skiers, no.
I mean, I thought, it's my fault. You're right. It's my fault. I should have I feel like maybe you all just didn't understand the subtle complexities of my message.
That, or maybe you're the reason Willie's not here.
Scared away.
Why did it only take you this long to realize?
I'm a calm, Abby, I'm sorry, but I gotta buy a plane ticket to go kick Dylan's ass.
I'm not saying that there was a skiing accident. I'm not saying that.
But there was a skiing accident.
I have a Renfest costume already prepared. You cannot bail.
Okay, fine. I'll come visit you. We'll both buy some swords and we'll both fly over and kick Dylan's ass.
That's a deal.
In Renfest garb with swords, because why not?
Fair warning, the local police station is really close to my inn.
It's a good
But we'll
thing.
keep them hidden. We're not stupid.
Yeah, it's not. What do you think we'll do? Have them out in public? Nah, we're gonna hide that in the suitcase, crawl in your window at night, then pull them out. And you think you can't hide a sword under a bunch of skirts?
Good luck at crawling in my window part. Looks at the only window in my room that opens that's blocked by a giant heavy armoire. Good luck with that.
You think that's gonna stop me? I may look like a human, but I am a feral raccoon. Nothing can keep me out if I don't want it to.
So I'm completely safe because chances are you'll just rummage through my garbage instead. You'll be distracted by the Holy Grail.
Nah, I want to be inside and I want that garbage. It's warmer. More fresh.
I mean, you're right.
Fresher garbage is better, so...
This conversation is happening on your stream, by the way.
Yup. Welcome to the golden moments of Fallen Beyond Gaming and friends. Totally normal. Alright. I mean, you act like we haven't talked about a broom threatening a couple of grown men before.
This is fair.
Alright. Let's continue this. We've waited 3 extra minutes.
See who else we can get killed by Hilder.
Continue. Oh, I have to hit enter there.
I love how the I legitimately love how they set up a lot of like the back stuff in this game. Like especially Hilder. Like it's kind of funny because now that I think about it, lots of parallels between her and Sephiroth actually. Because the entirety of the beginning of Final Fantasy VII, you literally hear nothing but horror stories about the guy, and you don't see him for like the majority of the first part of the game. And by the time you do see him, he doesn't give a shit about you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh yeah, we need the options. Hold on, I got you covered.
Yeah, so far I know I got the right ones for now.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Peter Pan. I gotta remember to clip the part about the glow-in-the-dark Gorilla Glue and the flex tape later, because I really like that. I need to clip it. Alright,
Alright, let's see.
I think it's remove his hand, because he mentioned
Where are
holding
we
his hand.
Yes, remove his hand.
I reach down to pry the boy's hand off my skirt, but the boy moves faster than me. The moment I pull his hand away, he quickly refastens his grip. This time around my hand.
Aw.
Hey! The boy does not move his hand. In fact, his hold only tightens, so much that I find it impossible to pull my hand away. There's no way I can make him let go without causing a scene. Now I'm going to be stuck holding the hand of a little boy I do not know until the end of the show. How did this happen? Now you do the little voice.
Okay, that's funny. Alright. I think I've got the voice for this. Darkness spread over the village. The people began to suffer. They forgot what happiness felt like.
Hey,
Is
that's
it Escart? Yes, it is.
Hey, next choice.
Thank you.
The boy that took my hand gives it one last squeeze before running off to join his friends. What did he thank me for? Boop.
Princess?
There was a boy. He thanked me even though I did nothing for him.
Boy who was with you? But you did do something. You held his hand.
I did not want to.
I realized that when I saw the annoyed look on your face. It would have been good of you to do it if you'd meant to calm him down.
What?
That boy was really frightened by the evil witch in the show. He thanked you because you held his hand and stayed with him when he was scared. Sometimes just having someone beside you when you're afraid is enough.
Okay. Let's get that. I don't remember.
I am fine.
Okay, looks like we did that right.
It's coming from the tavern. Check.
Okay, we did that correctly.
Behind the wooden crates.
Okay, because that I remember doing.
Explain.
Ah, there's someone I need to find. Did you happen to see the man eyeing the large teddy bear earlier?
I think I caught a glimpse of him. Why?
We need to find that man. I must get this to him. I'm about to run off into the crowd when I feel Waltz's hand on my sleeve. I turn to snap immediately at him, but to find my annoyance dying at the expression on his face.
Look, I'm not entirely sure of what's happening, but I'll help you. But you have to stay with me. We shouldn't be separated in this crowd.
Fine. Waltz keeps his pace with me as I almost break into a run.
It'll be difficult to find that man with all these people around.
But we should at least try. Waltz and I search for hours, but we never find him. I don't even know his name.
Play along. We did this one right.
Yep.
You shouldn't have come here.
You shouldn't have come here. Okay.
Yeah. I had to. It's my fault Varg got to you in the first place.
Waltz forces a smile, but I can see the sadness in his eyes.
I couldn't protect you at all. I'm so sorry.
Why do you keep worrying about me? I'm not even that hurt. What if something happens to you? Waltz smiles. He tries with great effort to mask his pain.
I'm happy that you're worried about me, Princess. It doesn't matter what happens to me, so long as you aren't hurt.
How can you say that? Waltz's expression slowly twists as he doubles over, his eyes glazed in pain. Boop.
Cry.
Alright. That we did right. Where was our last mistake then?
Stay.
Stay. Okay, well, we did that one right.
Stay with him.
Ah, this is the
What?
last. This is the one we fucked up. Okay,
What?
this was the one what we messed up.
Stay with him. No.
No,
Who said?
we must prioritize the king's safety. I will help you. I don't know how, but I must do something.
What?
We're in this together, Waltz. I'm not going to run away while you sacrifice yourself for us. Waltz's disapproval is clearly written on his face, but he eventually sighs out, seeming to let go.
You're too stubborn for your own good.
So I've been told. I turn to the king and place a hand on his shoulder. Your Majesty, leave this to us. You have to escape somewhere safe. This does not involve the king. It's me that Varg wants, after all. The king shakes his head as he removes my hand from his shoulder. He stands up and moves in front of us before pulling his sword from his sheath.
Oh shit. Your Majesty. Yeah. What kind of king would I be if I stood back and allowed 2 children to protect me?
Bragg looks amused by the
Yes!
conversation.
You know that I'm not letting you get away this time, Princess. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Okay, bye.
Yep. Potion?
Let's see. Use Parfait's potion. Say something.
Okay, that we did right too.
And then next up, decline. I knew you'd come back.
Okay, skip.
Dot is the next one.
Oopsies. What else did that right? Looks like we did everything right aside from that last mistake. Like, yeah.
What kind of barrier should you use? A shield. Oh wait, no, wrong. I will need your help, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I know we got the shield one right.
And then a shield. Say something. You all behind.
That's where we left off.
I know. And run to Waltz.
Okay. I rushed toward him. Let him go.
Lucette, no, it's not safe.
Mother, please don't hurt him. Mother looks at me and then the Waltz. Her lips slowly curl into a wicked grin.
So this is what your relationship has become?
My heart is in my throat as I drew closer to where they are. Let him go. I'll do anything, just let him go.
Anything?
And skip.
Yeah, this is the same.
And
And she goes in.
Okay. There must be something else I can do besides submit to Mother. I need a way to find a way to protect Waltz and save Angel from her. Clasp my hands together in silent prayer. Father, please guide me. I take a deep breath and then, with renewed determination, push open the doors. And now we get chapter 10. The brightest star. When I enter the room, Mother is the first person I see. She's sitting regally on the throne, but as I draw closer, I notice how pale she has become since I last saw her. My gaze shifts to Waltz, kneeling beside her like a loyal servant, a rope of light binding him in place. Waltz!
Lucette, you shouldn't have come here.
Oh, she forgot the flex tape. Mother flicks her wrist, tightening Waltz's bounds.
Hush now.
My mind is racing as I desperately try to conjure a plan.
Slap!
If Waltz is yet to escape, it must be because his bindings are stopping him from using his magic. If I can break Mother's concentration, perhaps I can free him, but how do I do that? Terrible pain travels through my chest and makes my heart throb. I put a hand to my chest and grimace. It feels as if some part of me is suddenly being severed. This feeling, could it be the shield I built around the palace has been destroyed?
Oh, it seems like we have visitors.
Visitors. The door flies open and Parfait suddenly walks in, face stern. Delora strides in beside her.
And you all couldn't do this in the other ending because...
Who freaking knows? Why are you here? Everyone outside is safe. Garland, Drury, and Karma are all doing their best to evacuate them to their homes. They'll be safer there.
We were gonna stop for Wendy's, but something told us not to.
And then there's you. You did a very foolish thing, striding in here on your own.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, how sad. I had expected there to be more reinforcements, but it's just you two.
Rude.
We don't need an army to stop you, Hilder. Mother's lips curl into a tight frown.
Bold words. But might I remind you that I'm the only one with the hostage? If I see any of you move a finger, I will end this boy's life.
Mother turns to me once again, snickers.
And I'm pretty sure my daughter here wouldn't like that, would you, love?
My eyes meet Waltz's. He shakes his head at me, eyes gleaming with insistence. No doubt he'll want me to put myself over him, but I came here to save him. No matter how much I try to think myself out of this, it seems impossible. And I'm still weak. I'm still useless.
Now, where were we? Lucette, don't do what she says.
The rest of Dolores' words become muffled when Mother flicks her wrist and causes a glass wall to rise between us.
Hilder!
Dolores' voice sounds as if it's echoing from far away.
Quiet.
Parfait holds up her hand and magic begins to sparkle at her fingertips. Before she can form any sort of spell, Mother twirls her fingers and tightens Waltz's magic bindings. Waltz cries out in pain as he collapses to the floor. Waltz! Hilder, please stop this. Parfait approaches the glass wall and places a palm on top of it. Are you not growing tired of this, Hilder? The humans have already suffered so much for what they have done in the past. Is it still not enough?
Humans are fickle creatures, and that is why they cannot be trusted.
Wrong.
Nothing can ever change how I perceive them anymore, Faye.
There is a shadow of sadness in Mother's face, but it's only momentary.
I cherished the humans, even respected them. Yet they destroyed my kind out of fear for some silly story. If it had not been for that human bard, it would have never come to this.
Hans has already paid dearly for his mistakes when the witch murdered him. But you know just as well as I that he was trying to mend his mistakes. Mother stomps her feet on the floor with a scowl.
His death has changed nothing.
Hilder.
Silence, Faye. You will never understand the feeling of being feared and hated.
Mother turns to me again, her eyes cold.
Now, are you ready to return what is rightfully mine, Lucette?
I look at Parfait and Delora, then at Waltz. I can't give my powers back to Mother. Not when I know what she will do once she's a Tenenbaum bearer again. I was about to say when she's back in it. Whoops. Okay. But I cannot let her kill Waltz either.
If these fools here had not changed you, I would have no qualms about letting you remain the Tenenbaum bearer. I raised you to be the perfect queen. All that I did to prepare you for the crown. Mother knows best.
Mother. That's it. If I can pretend that I'm on her side, then maybe I can buy enough time to save Waltz. Maybe Parfait will come up with an idea. Glance at
God,
Waltz.
that plan is so awful.
God, that what is so awful?
This plan is terrible.
I mean,
I'm
that's
so
what I
mad
was
that
thinking
it's
she
going to
was
work.
going. That's what I was thinking she was gonna do when she was trying to save Waltz earlier, but that's not exactly
I'm
what she did.
so mad that this is going to work because it's the good ending.
Yeah. I glance at Waltz. My heart aches when our gazes meet once again. Forgive me, Waltz, but this is the only plan I have right now. I take a deep breath as I face Mother once again. That yawn came out of nowhere. Alright. You're right. I should have listened to you. I want to go back the way we were, Mother.
What are you doing?
Lucette.
I ignore Waltz and Dolores' voices and focus only on Mother. You have always been right, Mother. I remember the disdained looks the people gave me earlier. Even after I saved everyone, they still wished I would die. I was so scared.
Yes, now you see. I only wanted to protect you from those cruel humans, my daughter.
Grown.
You kept me away from everyone. I was alone. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, but you need to go back to sleep forever. Only then do I realize that I'm crying, not because I need her forgiveness, but because that there is no helping her. The only way to help my mother is to make her disappear. She cannot be saved anymore. I just wanted to be loved and accepted. Mother stands up from her throne and slowly walks toward me, her arms spread.
And in my arms you will always be.
Lisette, the merchant accepted you for who you are. No, you were all forced to accept me because you knew what would happen if I stayed the way I was. You were afraid that I would end up like Mother. Lisette, you were right. I am like my mother. We are related by blood after all.
You are right, Lucette. You are sweet and perfect and wonderfully obedient, as any daughter ought to be.
Refuse to believe this entire room is buying this bullshit.
I was blinded by the merchant's lies once, but I now realize that no one loves me as you do, Mother.
Lucette.
They might not. Some of them might, no. Well, I don't think Waltz knows what's going on, but I feel like Parfait might at least know what's going on. She just has to play into it. The pain on Waltz's voice is unbearable, but I do not look at him. I do not flinch away when Mother stops in front of me and wraps her arms around me. Gone is the warmth I thought I felt whenever she hugged me. Right now, Mother's embrace is cold as ice. Will you accept me, Mother?
Of course, Suzette.
When Mother pulls back, the smile on her face is bright and beautiful. This is how I remember her. Filled with love for me.
I knew you would return to me. There are so many things I have planned for the two of us, but you need to prove yourself worthy of my love and trust once more.
Is she gonna make her kill Waltz? What? Mother's eyes gleam.
Prove to me that you choose me, my darling.
Mother turns around, gestures to Waltz. She's gonna make her kill Waltz.
Kill the traitor.
My heart sinks. That wasn't part of the plan. What should I do now? Well, that one offensive spell, but I don't want to hurt Waltz, but... Die, that's you.
You haven't perfected it yet, but what you can do is enough to hurt and paralyze your enemy for a short time.
I could pretend to cast on Waltz and direct at Mother. Waltz told me before that it's impossible to cast two shields at the same time. Mother already has one shield up, so she can't cast another shield on herself unless she dispels the first. But the two of us being so close, I'm likely to hurt myself as well. Close my eyes, mindset. This is not a time to worry about myself. I just have to hope that this opening is big enough to give everyone the opportunity they need. For you, Mother, I will do anything. I extend my hand and allow the energy to gather in my fingertips.
Impressive that you were able to learn this deadly and painful a magic in such a short span of time. This spell will be befitting end for the traitor.
Lucette, don't!
No, they're it.
Parfait attempts to break down the glass wall separating us with a spell, but only cracks the surface. Okay, yeah, no, Parfait bought into it.
By the time you destroy that wall, it'll be too late, Parfait. You can't do this, Lucette.
Laura has now joined Parfait in trying to destroy the wall that Mother has built. I ignore them and focus back on my spell until I feel the familiar current of energy pulse in my arms.
It is ready. Now say goodbye to that traitor.
Goodbye. I hold up my hand to Mother just as I release the energy. Mother. I don't give Mother any time to react. The electricity crackles in the air just as the spell makes contact with her body. Because we're so close to each other, I too feel the impact of the electricity as it trickles through me. I collapse on the ground, tears in my eyes. It hurts so much.
Lucette!
How could you do this, Lucette?
I blink away my tears to see Mother lying on the floor opposite me, her face filled with rage as she looks at me.
It worked, I'll be damned.
Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice that the glass wall has disappeared and Waltz is already on his way towards me. The bindings made of light are gone. Waltz lifts me up and then moves to one of the corners of the room. The sensation of pain spreading throughout my body is like being prickled with hundreds of needles. Waltz tucks my hair back, his features crease with worry. Parfait walks to where Mother is and casts a binding spell around her while Delora rushes to my side.
That was a dangerous stunt you pulled, Lucette.
It was the only thing I could think of. I blink away tears as I feel another fit of pain. This is all I could manage.
Lucette, hang in there.
I look at Parfait with pleading eyes. Parfait, please end this. Please save Mother from herself. Parfait slowly stands and walks towards Mother.
I was the only one who truly loved you, Lucette. Yet you did this to me. Do you really think these fools cared about you as much as I did?
No, you are wrong. I had people who loved me, but you took them away from me. I refuse to let you steal away any more of them. Parfait stretches out her hand. Her full body begins to emit a soft glow. I wish it didn't have to end this way, Hilda.
You're making a big mistake protecting the humans who destroyed my kind, Faye.
You are no different than those humans, Hilda. Violence does not beget more violence. I feel the tears on my cheeks as I look at Mother's still form.
Lucette, you don't have to see this.
But Waltz puts a hand over my eyes, blinding me.
What the? You've already seen enough darkness.
I can feel an explosion of energy around me. A chilling current runs through the air, carrying Mother's scream to my ears.
Shit.
A soft energy begins to flow through my body. Mother's power from the Tenenbaum. Mother is gone. When Waltz draws his hand away and I'm able to glance at where Mother was just moments ago, there is nothing but specks of silver dust. Parfait stands over the ashes, crying. I'm so sorry. Another shockwave of pain courses through my body. This time I feel it attack my consciousness. I feel myself fading away.
Lucette?
Let me sleep, just for a while. Aw, one last dream with Mom.
One day you'll become a queen, my love.
Just like you, Mother?
Yes, just like me.
Will you be there when I become queen?
Of course, I will always be by your side.
Forever?
Forever.
I love you, Mother.
I love you too, Lucette.
Sad part is she was probably telling the truth the entire time.
Yeah, she just
Like,
doesn't.
I guarantee that, like, as fucked up as it is, she was absolutely believing everything she said.
Yeah, because she was too buried in her grief of all those witches that got murdered. Because as she's mentioned in other lines, she's felt every single death as her own.
Yeah. No, like I 110%
Yeah.
completely believe that Hilda was 100, like just completely telling the truth the entire time.
Yeah.
I legitimately think she cared. She's just really fucked up.
Yeah, she just went mad with what happened.
Yeah.
When I close my eyes, the first thing I see is Waltz. Oh, open, not close. When I close my eyes, I see people. All right. Open my.
Those are called dreams, you said.
No, I just taped a picture of Waltz to the back of my eyelids. It's fine. Doesn't hurt. When I open my eyes, the first thing I see is Waltz. He's leaned over me, anxiety clearly etched onto his face. Waltz?
Thank goodness you're finally awake.
I slowly inspect my surroundings, only to realize I'm back in my old room at the Marchant. I try to remember how I got here, but my memories are hazy. What happened?
You passed out. I've been sleeping for 3 days.
3 days. I push myself up on the bed and wince. My body is unusually heavy. Waltz places his hand on my shoulders and gently eases me back onto the pillows.
You're still weak. You need to rest more.
I close my eyes and try to remember what happened. That's right. I was trying to save Waltz from Mother. Faye and Delora came to save us, and then... it's over. Open my eyes and stare at Waltz. Right? Waltz reaches for my hand, smiling as he gently squeezes it.
Yes.
My vision blurs as tears begin to sting my eyes. I hope Mother's in a better place now, a place where she doesn't have to suffer anymore. Waltz leans over and kisses my forehead.
I'm sure she is.
Waltz begins to fill me in on the details of everything that transpired after I passed out. Alcastor was officially declared dead. At first there was a commotion as the people considered what Mother would now do that she wore the crown. The royalities only stopped when they found out Mother was truly gone. Fritz was locked up on account of being a possible danger to everyone. Everyone has been waiting for a verdict for me to decide what to do with him. I fall asleep not long after Waltz's explanation.
Fritz, whatever. I'll worry about it when I wake up.
I open my eyes again. I'm alone in my room. I shiver as I sit up, head foggy. I rub my hands over my arms in an attempt to will away some of the cold. Something feels off. I slowly step out of bed and begin to head for the door. But before I can lay a hand on the doorknob, the door opens on its own. Oh, you're finally awake. Parfait. I don't think you should be up and about right now. You should still be resting. Parfait leads me back to the bed. How are you feeling? I look at Parfait's face and realize how paper white her skin has become. The circles under her eyes are even darker than they were before. Tired, but I will be fine. But you don't look well. I'll be fine. I wanted to talk to you today if you're feeling to listen. What is this about? I want to apologize for forcing you to shoulder that heavy burden caused by our mistakes, both Hilder's and mine. Back then, I did not have the heart to stop Hilder. If I only defeated her then, none of this would have happened. Parfait reaches out and cups my face in her hands. Your dedication and kindness saved us all, Lucette. The future will be brighter with you as a Tenenbaum's bearer. But what if I become corrupted by the darkness? What if... Parfait places a finger to my lips and smiles. No, you are different, Lucette. Unlike Hilder, you are surrounded by people who love you. Those people are filled with light that will drive away whatever darkness invades your heart. That's why I know you'll be alright. Parfait smiles at me gently. It's a beautiful, shining smile. One that glows bright, even as I begin to notice the rest of Parfait's body is fading. Oh no, she's dying in front of her.
That's... God.
It's less sad as the other one, where she and Hilder both had to die together, and that was the only way to stop it. Parfait, your body is... Parfait's smiles become melancholy. I thought I would start to disappear soon. My heart aches as I hold tight to Parfait's arm with shaking hands. What are you saying? Witches and fairies do not age physically and live longer, but that does not mean we are perfectly immortal. The body can only take so much damage before it finally withers away. But you can't disappear. You said before you had no error. Because that's what I want everyone to believe, you Lucette. Don't worry. When I'm gone, one of my relatives will take over the responsibilities of the bear. Tears well up in my eyes as I stare at Parfait. I've already lost too many people, Parfait. I can't lose you too. We were going to work together to bring back balance between the crystals. You still have so much to teach me. I'm sorry, Lucette. I would have loved to stay with you a bit longer, but my time here is up. Parfait continues to grow more translucent even as my hand slips through her arms. I try to reach for her again, but I can no longer touch her. Parfait! I already said my farewells to everyone else earlier. You are the last and most important person I must say goodbye to. Thank you for putting everything to rest, Lucette. Parfait closes her eyes. Her lips still curl into a gentle smile, even as she begins to fade in the pure light. Parfait, no! I reach for her again, but when I pull my hands back, they are covered in golden dust. The gentle dust floats in the air before me where Parfait was moments ago. Be strong and be kind, Lucette. A few days after Parfait's passing, I went back to my training. My goal was to expel everyone's fairy tale curse once and for all. After more than a week of intensive training with Waltz and Delora, I'm able to completely dispel the fairy tale curse from the Crystallum Tenebrarum.
Damn.
Now the fairy tale curse is non-existent and cannot be cast again in Angiel. It's only one of the first steps I take in dismantling all of the damage Mother has done, but it's a step forward. And now, with that done, I feel it's time to return to the palace. As the only blood heir to the throne, I have a responsibility to uphold and a promise to fulfill. Ophelia, Rod, and Emmeline returned to the palace a couple days ago. Jurian and Garland went with them so that they could act as security. Fritz has been pardoned and now resumes his duty at the palace. Only he is no longer my personal knight. I opted to stay behind so I could spend one last day with everyone in the tavern. I wonder if he took over his dad's former role.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, he'd be good for the job. Now, as I stand here in the tavern, I realize how many friends I have made over the last few months.
Swear to God if they don't show the broom.
I never thought I'd be so sad apart from all these people, but now that everything is back to normal, we have no reason to stay in the marching together day in and out. Anise, are you sure you don't want to try working at the palace again? You would make a wonderful royal chef.
Thank you so much for the offer, Princess. But as much as I love to cook, I think I prefer working more with medicine. I would like to train under
Chevalier.
Chevalier.
Okay, close enough.
Chevalier. So I can one day become a doctor.
I'll look at Rumble, Chevalier, as he flashes a smile at me. When his curse was dispelled, he remembered his real name, Chevalier. It had been difficult to get used to it. Not only that, but his personality has mellowed somewhat. Take good care of Anise.
Cool.
And I hope next time we meet, you will not try to flirt with me. Chevalier snorts and crosses his arms, but I see a hint of mischief as he smiles.
I'll try my best, though I make no promises.
I roll my eyes at him, and he responds with an easy laugh. I, too, am soon laughing along with him. Ah, a laughing princess. What a sight for sore eyes. That will definitely take some getting used to. I scowl at him. Seeing you in men's clothing will take some getting used to as well.
Bragged.
Well, try your best not to fall for my handsome face.
Jesus Christ.
Right. So, what are you planning to do? Carmen looks away and rubs the back of his neck. Well, I'll go back to my kingdom and hope I don't find my name on the gravestone. Either way, I'll have a lot of explaining to do. Delora, where will you go now?
Well, for starters, I plan on talking to all the good witches I know who are still in hiding. I'm sure they'll be happy to know that they can finally come back to Angiel. They'll be even happier to know we are a capable bearer.
Bear. My heart sinks when I remember Parfait. If she were still here, she'd be talking about how we both need to do our best to maintain balance between the crystals. What if I fail at being a capable bearer?
Impossible, especially with Waltz by your side. Oh, but speaking of which, where is Waltz?
We don't know. He never responded to our texts.
Ha! I get it.
All of us glanced around at the circle. He left so quietly none of us had even realized. I'll go look for him. I moved first to the forest, feeling he might be in there seeking some kind of quiet solace. Sure enough, I find him there staring up the sky with his eyes full of melancholy. Waltz?
Duh. Hi there, little star. Are we leaving now?
We'll be
Little
leaving.
star?
Oh yeah, so they were childhood friends. That was his nickname for her.
Gotcha.
Because, he was like her friend that she played with secretly until her mom found out and sent him away.
I'll be right back.
Okay, enjoy your food.
Go food.
Thanks, I'll come right back.
Alright. Oh, I have 2 notifications. Okay, no, that was both you guys. Alright. You suddenly disappeared so I can look for you. Waltz's lip tugged into a smile, tinged with sadness.
Sorry, I just thought the sky was so clear today. I had to come out and marvel at it.
That was not a very convincing lie. Waltz looks up again, his smile slipping. Waltz, are you alright? Really alright?
I'm a little sad.
Sad.
Hilda killed my family when I was still young. Been yearning to be part of a family again ever since then. When we became friends so long ago, you were the closest thing to family that I had. When we were pulled apart, I met Lady Parfait and was accepted at the March Inn. Now that it's time to leave everyone, I realized how sad I am. I've lived here since I was first cursed. Everyone in the March Inn's become my family.
I moved to stand beside him, then reach out to take his hand. His fingers weave their way through mine.
Gross. I owe Lady Parfait so much. She gave me a family and reunited us.
I owe her a lot too. Waltz turns to me and smiles.
Sorry if I worried you. Shall we go back to the palace now?
Palace, not before you say your own goodbyes.
I was planning on it. I just had to compose myself out here first.
Compose. It's hard to imagine Waltz in tears. Well then, we'll say our goodbyes and then you can open one of your portals. He can open portals?
How about we walk to the palace?
That's what I assumed they were gonna do. I shrink back at his suggestion. You know how much town people despise me. I know it's important that I rebuild a relationship with them before I become their new queen, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Waltz's smile is reassuring.
Oh, but I have something important to show you in town.
Something important.
You'll see when we get there.
But Waltz brings my hands to his lips and kisses my knuckles.
Time to teach you something called marketing, little star. Anyway, I'll be back by your side. I'll be by your side, little star. So there's nothing to fear.
I was thinking campaigning, but I stare at Waltz for a few moments before finally nodding my head. Okay.
God, I love how the bad ending for him is so short, and this one is taking forever.
Well, that's how all of them have been. Well, actually, no, there's a couple of them that have long bad endings, but like, that's kind of normal. The good endings have been long. We returned to the March Inn temporarily to say our final farewells. After that, Waltz and I walk in the town in silence. I'm in awe as we enter the plaza. I noticed immediately that something is different. There are lily decorations hanging all around the square and through the streets. I wonder why all these lilies are here. The people in the immediate vicinity turn to look at me, the conversation going silent as they notice me.
We go.
As I thought. Of course they still fear me. Big sister!
Oh no.
I turned to the sound of the voice and noticed one of the little girls I played with once before running towards us. She almost makes it to us before a woman I assume to be her mother pulls her back. I'm almost surprised when the mother hands her daughter a bouquet of lilies and whispers something to her before releasing her. The little girl nods before running up to me. I bend down so that we are eye level, and I'm shocked when she suddenly throws her arms around my neck. Thank you, big sister. The girl pulls back and hands me the bouquet of lilies. Mama says thank you as well. I stare at her, still baffled, before glancing at her mother. The woman nods to me, then dips into a soft bow. I take the bouquet from the girl and stand up. I only stare on, still shocked, as more townspeople approach me with lilies in their hands. Waltz, what is going on?
This is what I wanted to show you.
Huh?
The townspeople have been planning this for days. They asked me to make sure that you passed through town on this day so that they could give you their message.
Message? I turn back to the people gathered around me and notice that as they are still holding the flowers with bright smiles on their faces. Welcome back, Abby. The silence is gone, replaced by excited chattering and bright laughter.
On the count of 3! I don't know why that was the voice I went with, but that's what we're doing.
He starts counting, and at the end of his countdown, the townsfolk throw flowers up into the air. The delicate petals flutter down on Waltz and I, showering us in gentle color. Then, all at once, they begin to say the same phrase, their voices mingled to create the most harmonious and overwhelming greeting I've ever received. Thank you.
You risked your life to save all of us, despite how we treated you.
We misjudged you, Your Highness. Please forgive us.
I knew we had to give you a grand thank you for all you've done for us, so we planned this. So the lily decorations.
Their celebration of you, the soon-to-be queen.
I feel tears gathering my eyes, and I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. If there's nothing to apologize for, I was still at fault.
We judged you harshly, and we had no right to.
The past doesn't matter anymore. We've all decided to change for the better.
From now on, you have our full cooperation. Just as we helped the previous king, so too shall we help you, Your Highness.
Everyone, thank you. I'll do my best to continue the reign of peace my father started. People's eyes are filled with hope as they hand over lily bouquets. My hands are quickly filled, and Waltz ends up having to take the majority of them. We continue towards the palace, the crowd cheering behind us.
For her allies and icicle spikes for her enemies. It's perfect.
It has been 2 months since I returned to the palace, since when I have been working non-stop so that I can better familiarize myself with big words that I can't pronounce. 1 second. Familiarize myself with running a kingdom. I've been studying day and night, trying to broaden my knowledge of the kingdom. I've had help from many people, and I've come a long way. Today, I was officially crowned the new queen of Angiel. My determination has only grown since then. I've been trying to take my responsibilities as seriously as I possibly can. But for the time being, I have space to breathe. Our dinner celebration has been planned for tonight, and I'm on my way to my room to prepare. Oh, she's back in her princess dress. Everyone will be there. I cannot wait to see them again. Lucette! I turn to see Emmeline running towards me. I notice that Rod is trailing behind her. What's the matter? You seem to be in a hurry. What's the matter? The party's in a few hours and you're still not dressed.
This really isn't so dire a circumstance.
It's been months, but still so strange to hear Rod's voice actually coming from his own mouth.
Calm down, Emmeline.
Adorable.
Yep.
Even though Rod has his voice back, he still keeps Sebby with him. The stuffed rabbit sometimes throws in little comments here and there. But it is! This event is very important. It will not take me 2 hours to prepare, Emmeline. But it might. You're the queen now. You must look regal tonight. I raised an eyebrow at her. 2 hours is a little excessive, and I'm not planning on doing anything overly special tonight. But don't you want to at least look pretty for Waltz?
Wrecked.
What are you talking about? Oh, she's blushing! Mother and I want to make you shine so bright, Waltz won't even be able to take his eyes off of you. Emmeline. I won't take no for an answer this time. She turns to Rod with a mischievous grin. We'll be done soon. I'll see you later, Rod. Waiting for my reply, Emmeline grabs my hands and pulls me into my room.
Because she's just hiding in there.
And with that, I'm done.
Can't believe it took so long to put on makeup. I did not think of making myself up like this would be enjoyable, but doing it with Ophelia and Emmeline was fun. You look beautiful, Lucette. You really do look the part of queen. Isn't this too much?
Not at all. You should take pride in yourself. Up like this sometimes. Enjoying yourself up like this sometimes. You have a lovely face, Lucette.
If you insist. Now that we've helped you, we need to help ourselves. The celebration is just around the corner.
We'll see you later, dear.
Ophelia, they both stop right in front of the door. Thank you for everything.
Of course. That is what families do, Lucette.
The two smile at me one last time before they exit the room. I stand up and head for the balcony. The cool air is refreshing on my skin. Father, if you had also been here tonight, it would have been perfect.
Set.
Come in.
And you don't even dress up. I've come to let you know that everyone has arrived early.
Waltz comes to an abrupt stop when he sees me. He openly stares at me, my mouth slightly open and all. My face warms up. What? Oh, no, he's blushing. Waltz turns his face away, his face deep red.
You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. Oh, there's that face, up close and personal. A gentle smile forms on Waltz's lips as he approaches.
I was expecting it this time, but you know what? Just one more time for the road. Oh, Jesus!
He stops in front of me, gently tracing my cheek with one of his fingers. His touch leaves a trail of warmth on my cool skin.
My star is shining brighter tonight.
Waltz holds out his hand.
May I have this dance, my lady?
Cannot help but giggle as I place my hand in his. Before the dance even starts, Waltz is suddenly wrapped in the arm around my waist. He tilts me downward with a smile. Ooh, that dress is gorgeous. Waltz! Waltz draws closer to me, his lips pulling into a mischievous smile.
I'm lucky to be the first man to see you tonight, but I don't like the idea of other men seeing you as you are. I'm gonna be awfully jealous.
I give him a teasing smile. Are you worried someone's gonna take me away from you?
Not really. Should I be?
No, my feelings for you will never change.
And you know that I'll always love you, no matter what.
The two of us are frozen in time. I feel I could stand here looking into Waltz's eyes like this forever.
I love you, Lucette.
I love you too, Waltz. Credits time. Nice.
So very first thought that just came to my mind from a conversation like hour ago. What if the bad endings in the sequel are literally just Lucette going all Hilder?
I guess we'll find out next week or the week after. Whichever. I don't know if I
Stay
want to,
tuned next time.
like, I want to know how the bad ending... Actually, no. I'm trying to remember. No. I was gonna say how the bad ending for Fritz does because he dies in this one. I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't matter. Because he lives. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that Fritz's will be sad the whole time because we for sure won't have Delora. We won't have Garland, and whoever else dies. Parfait, I'm pretty sure, is considered dead in all of the lines, so I don't think we're gonna see her in a second at all.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot Garland's dead in some of them. Damn it!
He's only dead in Fritz's. That's the only one. Yeah. And so is Delora.
You know,
and I'm pretty sure she's in the second one when I looked at the wiki when I was looking at some info.
Now that I've seen them all, honestly, Waltz is one of my least favorites. For his stuff. The other stuff is great.
Yeah, I think I would have liked it more. Because, like, him and Fritz are my favorite two dudes. But I think I would have liked it more if they didn't literally compile everything. But, like, otherwise it would have been a big info dump. And, like, by the time we get to his line, you're already expected to know everything since he's one of the two Luck storylines. So, like, it makes sense for brevity. But, like, oh, it would have been nice.
I kind of wish there wasn't a canon ending.
Once upon a... Oh, this is new. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there lived a princess. She was known as the Ice Princess, named for her frigid heart, unyielding something. Okay, the princess shunned all who sought to help her. She was scared to go out into the world, so she locked herself up in her castle. Then one day, the Ice Princess became the victim of the infamous fairy tale curse and was forced to go from riches to rags. As the princess struggled to come to terms with her new life, she met a very special man. The two endured much strife, helping each other overcome various ordeals. In the end, they emerged victorious. The special man saw the Ice Princess's cold heart and dried her dampened spirits. The two vowed to love each other for the rest of time. They lived happily ever after. But what happens after happily ever after? We'll find out on the next episode. Oh, are you ready to go, Lucette? I'm coming.
I guess probably Waltz, but...
Oh, that's a cute picture. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Now, shall we go? And that's what she looks like in the second game, too.
Yeah, I think I've seen that picture before.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally the entirety of the first game.
Yep.
Front to back. Everything. 100% playthrough. And no brood ending.
I didn't get an achievement from that. I thought I would. Unless I already accomplished it and I didn't get all the bad endings that one time.
And no broom ending.
Yeah, I think in general my favorite stories are Karma's and Fritz's, like, structure-wise.
Fritz was really good.
Yeah, best storyline.
Overall, I'd say that's the best one.
It's the saddest too, but it's so good.
Yeah. The other ones are... I'd honestly say the weakest one is still probably Rod's.
The only achievement I don't have is obtain the good ending without using the right choice indicator. It's called Guided by Intuition. So if I had turned it off, I'd get that achievement.
Oh, okay. Good to know. But, yeah, I think Rod's is probably overall the weakest one. I don't know. I appreciated Rumpel being so down to earth.
Yeah, Rumpel's was pretty nice development, because, like, he comes off as a big flirt, but there's, like, a lot of, like, character development for him. Rod's felt forced, but...
Yeah. And again, like the other part of Rumple's I really appreciate is that it's very down to earth compared to the other ones. Like it barely touches on the royal stuff.
Yeah. What do you think, Abby? I hope I didn't ask that. She shoved like a big thing of food in her mouth.
No. My mouth is just on fire. I got like a jalapeno something or another.
Ooh.
It's good though. I don't know. I think I liked Rumple's storyline.
Yeah.
But I might just like him the most.
It is. That's perfectly understandable. Hey.
He does. I think he does have the best comebacks. So when people insult him,
110%,
he's the best at the
110%
comebacks.
bias.
Yeah.
I mean, of the 5, Rumple is by far my favorite. He was the most fun.
Yeah. Yeah. He was.
There is also 110% will admit there's definitely bias there because out of the 5 of them, that was the one I voiced.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm excited for the second game.
is it still just the 5?
Is it
I
the
assume it's still just the 5 of them.
Yeah, it's still all 5 of them. So it's like continuation of where their good
Yeah,
endings
yeah.
ended off. But it's like 2 years after, so she'll be 20.
Swear to God, if the broom's not in the sequel, best character.
I wonder if there'll be a reference to it, because it'd be funny if there was.
I will pretend to whine and complain and rage if there isn't.
Somewhere off in the distance, we hear an angry thumping in the broom closet. It is our little friend, Mr. Broom, that Delora has enchanted 2 years ago. Alright, this tab. Alright, we'll do the ending soon. Alright, but yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I got it.
What?
Her castle is just full of a bunch of tiny and enchanted feather dusters, and there's 2 brooms. The broom had a family too.
It's more like in the background, Delora's cackling somewhere.
Yeah, the broom had. There's the royal family, and then the royal broom family. And they had little babies. They had feather dusters.
And every time someone asks Delora if she enchanted them or something, she just completely denies it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's like just part of their. It's like pretty much normal at the castle to see some poor palace, like palace maid being flown down the hallways by a broom. Yeah, I decided to bring the broom with me, and he got a new job, and boy howdy does he love his coworkers. You just hear some poor woman shrieking as this broom is like NASCAR drifting down the halls.
Oh my God.
He's got all this space to play in now.